Hello again, and welcome back to 1111. My name is Danny, and you can call me Mama D or whatever you like. Just be kind and respectful to each other. And welcome in. So, where is it? Over on this side. Is she beginning to remember in the Lindsay Clancy case? You know, all these searches on her phone, all these things that were going on the home computers under his email address while she's at the doctor's office. She's sitting there in the trial listening to this. How much is she really remembering? And is it starting to make sense that she was actually set up? Is there something triggering that's going to bring it all back? Or was she so drugged that she just doesn't have any recollection of it at all, but just has a suspicion like we do? I don't know, but I want to know. So we're on 2 of 3 lives. We have another live after this where I'm going to hand all the questions over to you guys. You can ask every single question during our Q&A in the Lindsay Clancy case that you would like, and I will do my best to answer as many as I can. Now, in this live, I'm just going into Lindsay Clancy's mind, what her thoughts are. That would have to do with swords. So there's wands, there's cups, there's pentacles, and there's swords. Cups is about emotion, cup overflowing of emotion. Wands are about action and communication, words and so forth, but also action taken. Pentacles are about tangible evidence, something you can touch. Swords are often about the thought process, right? And so as we get into this reading more and more, and we get into the tarot part, we're going to pay a close attention to the swords and what they tell us. So welcome back, Knitting Mom, Nikki UK, Carla, Smudger. There's a lot of you here, Roof and Roofer. But let's go ahead and get started together. Now remember, you guys, I am not a psychic. I don't even play like I'm one. I'm not a medium. I don't talk to the dead. I simply read tarot. And I connect to my highest creator, my source, Yeshua, Jesus. And that's the only spirit that is allowed to communicate to me. All right? Whoa, wrong screen. Let me fix that for us. Let's get started. Let me fix my little mat here, my desk cover, and let's get going. I want to start off with this deck right here, the True Oracle, the Truth Oracle. River says, when I look at Lindsay's face, I feel so bad for her. I wish I could make it all right for her. Aw. Oh. Cool down, calm, pause, solidification, cool down. When I think of cool down, and we're talking about Lindsay's mind, there's also a physical cool down with her body. She drops down to 82 degrees. So this would be so hot that they're pouring liquid metal or even water, boiling water or liquid metal. Maybe that's silver, quicksilver. Ooh, something about this is making me think of quicksilver, like lightning running through your veins, the cool down. Is it been enough time that she's starting to recall? Let's continue. That popped out while we were shuffling, so. All right, show me Lindsay's mental thoughts. Lost loved one, memories, elder, nightfall. This is suggesting, you guys, that the lost loved ones, she has some memories. So we're going to get into the tarot real quick here, find out what are those memories. What does Lindsay remember when the children were killed? What does Lindsay actually remember? That maybe she isn't telling anyone where she is. Maybe it's her lawyer only, or whoever she, trusts. Single, isolated, independent, and alone. Anything else? Yes. Mirror, reflection, reference, distinguish, appearance. Y'all, what is a mirror? But your own reflection. She said she saw herself do it and couldn't even stop it. Mirror, a mirror of yourself. Well, it just so happens that Rachel, which is Patrick, the ex-husband's new wife, is like a mirror image of Lindsay. We have single, isolation. Well, this is interesting. Let's get into the tarot. I want to understand what the strongest energy is that Lindsay remembers. Let's put all of this, we'll go way over here with it. We've got cool down. We have the sunset of the lost loved ones. We have the isolation. And we have reflection. What does Lindsay remember about the day that this all happened? These are huge cards, but they're also the ones that hold the most powerful, connection to the biggest, strongest energy. So what is, okay, did you see that jump? Energy is there. These are so hard to use because they're huge. And I have small hands, so bear with me. Do you see that? It's starting. She knows. Whatever it is, she knows. She knows it all. The one that knows it and doesn't speak. The High Priestess. When you get the High Priestess, this is an energy of all knowing, but not sharing, not speaking of it, not telling, but knowing. And so now we're going to find out together right now, what is the story that Lindsay knows, all right? Okay. Let's put these big cards away. Let's move this all down a little bit. We'll put the big knowing card. So that High Priestess tells me a great deal. All right, let's get back into this. We're going to use my very favorite tarot deck, the Colorful Neon. Now, if you guys want any of these cards, you can certainly check out my shop at 1111decks.com. And I forgot to tell you guys, before I get into the reading, to find out exactly what Lindsay actually knows, being she got the High Priestess. Let's take just a second to let you know that we have an 11/11 sale on in our shop this week. And so there are so many items on sale for 11% off because we're 11/11. I just thought it was perfect. Clayton came up with the 11 sale and I loved it. And so we put a lot of the items on sale. Feel free to check them out. And we do have a deck party tomorrow, so I'm very much looking forward to that. All right, back into the Lindsay Clancy case. Let's understand what it is that Lindsay would know. What does Lindsay actually know about the murder of her little ones, the devil? Okay, so she is aware of the trickster. So right away, before we get any further, she knows that she's been tricked. She knows that somebody was telling her lies. She knows there was a plan. She's got the trickster. That's what she knows. Whether that was the devil was talking to her in her head or she suspects Patrick, I don't know. But she knows that this was the devil's work. Now, the devil is the father of all lies. Let's continue. What else does she know about the attack on her and let's start with the children. A fight to the death. All right. Okay. So she's suggesting that there was a fight. She's saying there was a fight to win at all costs. With who? That's the question. Who's the fight with? So she knows that it's toxic and that it's a fight with others, not an inner battle. No. This is other people. That she knows other people are involved. She's suggesting that there could be 2 other people that she was struggling against. And somebody was trying to win at all costs. What else does she know? Hold on. Damn. Y'all. We got the Ace of Swords and unqualifying the Sunset card that is the lost loved ones. This is absolute clarity about the lost loved ones. The lost loved ones are the kids, right? She has clarity, like swords, not a bunch of swords of mental craziness, but absolute clarity that there was a fight with others, that this was toxic, that there was the devil behind it. Remember, the devil, the details. The devil's in the details, right? Okay, let's continue. Now, remember also, you guys are going to get to ask your questions when we're done here. Single, isolation, independent, alone. Something was given to her. She feels that the clarity, this story is going to come out. This might take a little longer than normal. This is saying basically she believes there was something unexpected in her cup. This is the Page of Cup. This is a fish in the cup. It's not supposed to be there. It signifies something unexpected. And in this case, I believe it was literally because kids' cup, the crushed up pills. Let's continue even further. Show me this mirror. Look, and it's a female. I'm just looking at the female. Reflection, appearance, distinguish, mirror image, right? What do we need to see here? What does Lindsay believe? She's confused still about this image, this mirror image of herself. She's still confused because we have the 7 of Cups, which is complete confusion. So that's what's got her boggled. Does Lindsay Clancy believe that she actually did this herself? She believes she was over-medicated. This is an intoxication. This is the bartender. Look at all the drinks behind him. She believes that she was over-medicated. That's for sure. Regardless of the scenario, she believes that she was very much over-medicated. Does Lindsay believe that she is the one that did this to the kids? Hermit, home energy, intuition, something's firing off about the house. Justice. Now that's got me. That is an 11. But we also have something about justice and the clarity. So she believes that there's some truth. All right. Why justice? Liar, cheater, thiefer. Oh my gosh. There it is. There it is. There it is. In the home. So I told you, Virgo, in the home. Intuition, something firing off. She knew something was weird. Justice. Somebody trying to balance a situation out. Now, sometimes that can be very wicked because justice is in the eye of the beholder. And in the home, seeking to balance things out is the liar, cheater, thiefer. She suspects Patrick. That's what this means. Because Virgo, in the home, your intuition telling you something about the home. Justice, somebody wanting to, even the you know what I'm saying? And then the liar, cheater, thiefer. She believed he was having an affair. She believed he was lying. She believes, not believed, but believes. That'd be a good question. What did she believe before this, too? I think she was getting suspicious then, but not enough because she thought that maybe she was just getting paranoid herself. But now she definitely believes that he is a liar, cheater, thiefer in the home. She sees him possibly even as that devil card. Show me what Lindsay believes about this liar, cheater, thiefer. Marriage. So is she saying that her husband, hold on, I knocked the cards all over. All right, look at this. She's saying this liar, cheater, thiefer in my home is the guy I'm married to. This is the 1111 card, the marriage card. This is a vehicle, and this is winning. This is somebody else winning. And this is greed, money. This is suppressing information, holding things back. So she actually now may believe that the devil actually was poisoning her mind with intoxicants. She believes, this kind of looks like the husband, doesn't it? The ex-husband. She also believes with her intuition that somebody was going to win at all costs. She has the clarity since court has happened. There's been a lot of learning things through court itself. You can see this is the judge, this is court, justice, and now she's getting the actual clarity of what actually took place. Hearing that these searches were taking place while she was gone, she's thinking, man, did somebody drug me and lie to me and trick me and cheat on me? She's got this confusion when it comes to her own reflection, which could be seeing herself do it. I'm doing air quotes, but couldn't stop it. That had her confused. But look at this. She's saying, no matter what, it's the marriage. And then we have the Chariot, Cancer energy, and holding back. All right. We're going to go ahead and ask, does Lindsay suspect that Patrick actually did this to the children? Yes. She sees him, and no doubt, because the King of Wands keeps coming up in our previous readings, she sees him as this slick son of a bean you can't put your finger on. See, he's got all those salamanders all over his cloak, because the King of Wands is like a drug dealer. You just can't quite get him behind bars because he always gets away with everything. He's got charisma, he's got charm, and he's a control freak. He's got power too. And then the victory. So she's saying through court, she is getting her eyes opened indeed. Now, let's see. I asked, does she think that he did this to the kids? And we got a yes. The Six of Wands is a big yes. It's a victory. Boom. You nailed it. Okay? She's also calling him out several times in this reading with the High Priestess saying she knows now. We've got the court with the clear, so she's getting the clear answers through court. She's also seeing this king getting victory, but he's the liar, cheater, thiefer. Did Lindsay throw herself out the window? I mean, did he take out the kids and then make her think she did it, and so she did all that? Or did somebody else help her out that window? How did Lindsay get out that window? She was helped. This is an offer. This is help. Knight of Cups. Helped her along right out that window. Yeah, strength overpowered her. And you notice how in this case, and I've never thought this before, but how the hands are near the mouth? That could be sedating someone to overpower them. You know, putting something in their mouth to overpower them. Does Lindsay, look, communication issues. Has Lindsay communicated her suspicion of Patrick to her lawyer? Oh, she may not even trust him with that. She may not have told anybody. She certainly doesn't trust. She is seeing the three-way. Does Lindsay Clancy suspect the new wife of possibly being involved in the death of her children? Yes. She got it. There's three right there. Yes. This is judgment. This is saying I made my final decision. And this is a hardcore yes. She suspects it. At the beginning of the read, she has the High Priestess. She has the inside knowledge. Her mind probably has been filling in some of the spots, some of the memories. And now, with all this coming out in court, judgment. She suspects the new wife. She suspects her husband doing this to her children. Wowzer. We're going to leave it right there. And we're going to get you over on this next live. I hope you'll keep going with us. We do 3 here sometimes, you know, because I want to give you the voice too. So without further ado, let's do the time warp again. Just jump over with me. All right? Okay. Thank you so much. Hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't. And I will see you again in just a moment. All right? Get your questions posted right away because I jump all over the place. See you in just a minute.
From the dust I was born, to the dirt I shall return. When my eyes are closed, in the shadows, my enemies will think they won, but I'm here to stay. Destiny will overcome, no, I am not afraid. Like a phoenix in the night, my soul will rise. From the darkness to the light, I feel alive. I'm a fire, burning bright, I'll never die. Like a phoenix.